Hey, real talk. Have you ever walked into a room and your dog just walked out, like, disappeared like a ninja with no warning? That feeling of, wait, did I do something wrong? Yeah, that's what we're tackling today. Because sometimes, that tail wag and those slobbery kisses you think mean love, well, maybe they don't. Today we're digging deep into the 12 signs your dog might actually dislike you. Don't freak out, we'll talk solutions too. And trust me, sign number 7, it's going to totally change how you think about your dog's mood swings. Ready to read between the fur? Let's go. Alright, picture this scene. You're comfy on the couch, glass of wine in hand, the movie's just getting good. Then bam! Your dog launches a full-on tongue assault on your face. Classic I love you moment, right? Or is it? Here's the twist. Not every lick is a kiss. Sometimes your dog's frantic licking is a doggy version of nail biting or finger tapping, a nervous habit to calm themselves down. Scientists in applied animal behavior science found anxious dogs lick more when stressed. So, if your dog's licking feels more desperate than affectionate, it might be anxiety playing out. Imagine your dog at the vet nervous, eyes darting, licking lips like mad. That's anxiety, not love. Now bring it back home. If your dog licks you a lot during stressful situations, maybe when you're scolding or after a loud noise, they're basically saying, hey, chill out, I'm scared too. One dog owner told me her lab would lick her face non-stop whenever guests came over. At first she thought it was excitement, but turns out, her dog was overwhelmed by strangers and used licking as a calming ritual. So next time you get bombarded with slobber, look at your dog's whole vibe. Is their tail wagging like crazy? Are their eyes soft? Or are they tense and avoiding your gaze? That tail wag, by the way, is our next stop. And it's more complicated than you think. Tail wagging, we all think it's pure happiness, right? But your dog's tail has a whole vocabulary you might be missing. Fast, loose, sweeping wags, total excitement. Picture a paintbrush swinging wildly at a rock concert. That's a happy dog. But slow, stiff wagging? That's a dog walking on eggshells emotionally. It's like a human fidgeting nervously, unsure what's coming next. Researchers at the University of Lincoln discovered dogs wag their tails more to the right when happy and more to the left when anxious or threatened. Yep, tails have feelings too. My friend's golden retriever wagged his tail slowly around a new baby. Turns out he was nervous about the new tiny human invader. Not exactly I love you baby vibes. So when your dog's tail is wagging in slow motion, paired with a stiff body or pinned back ears, it's a big red flag. Here's a pro tip. Don't just look at the tail, watch the whole dog. Ears, eyes, posture, that combo tells the real story. And speaking of subtle signs, yawning and lip licking might surprise you next. Yawning isn't always sleepiness. For dogs, yawning, lip-licking, and turning their heads away are calming signals, ways to say, hey, I'm feeling uneasy here. Imagine you're at a party and someone keeps yawning or fiddling with their sleeves. They're probably nervous, right? Dogs do the same. Veterinarian Dr. Sophia Yin popularized these calming signals, emphasizing that they help avoid conflict or stress. I once met a rescue dog who'd yawn and lick her lips every time her owner raised their voice, even if it wasn't directed at her. She was trying to diffuse tension like a furry diplomat. So if your dog yawns or licks their lips when you approach or during petting, it's not just cute. It's their polite way of saying, I'm not totally comfortable. Instead of pushing for affection, try giving space and soothing tones. This small respect builds huge trust. And now, let's talk food. Because when your dog refuses it, it might mean way more than just I'm not hungry. We all know dogs love food. It's their ultimate happiness booster. So if your dog refuses treats from you but eagerly accepts from others, it's a clear sign of something deeper. Food means safety and positive association to dogs. Rejecting your food is like saying, I'm not feeling safe with you. Try this simple experiment. Offer a treat, then quietly leave the room. Watch from afar. If your dog devours it once you're gone, that's a loud, you're the problem message. Some breeds, like the cautious Basenji or the independent Afghan hound, can be naturally picky. But if your dog suddenly turns nose up at food, stress or health could be the culprit. One owner told me her dog started refusing her treats after a loud argument at home. It wasn't about the food, it was the stress in the air. To rebuild trust around food, try hand feeding with calm praise. Avoid forcing or scolding. Remember, it's a relationship built one crumb at a time. Speaking of relationships, what about when your dog avoids physical contact? Let's find out. If your dog consistently pulls away when you hug or pet them, it's not just moodiness, it could be discomfort or lack of trust. Dogs are social animals, most love touch, so avoiding it often signals unease or past bad experiences. Try this. Approach your dog calmly, hold out a treat, and watch if they lean in or back away. Respect boundaries. Pushing affection on an unwilling dog only pushes them further. Some dogs tolerate petting but don't love it. They'll stay still to please you, but quietly hope you'll stop. Real talk. My neighbor's rescue was terrified of touch for years. After slow, gentle approach with treats and patience, she finally learned to enjoy cuddles. Giving your dog space and reading their signals makes a huge difference. Speaking of signals, eye contact is next. Eye contact is one of the strongest ways dogs communicate. A direct stare can be challenge, love, or respect depending on the situation. Many dogs avoid eye contact out of respect. They see you as pack leader and don't want to challenge your authority. But total avoidance? That often means fear or anxiety. If your dog looks anywhere but your eyes when you try to engage or turns their head away, it's a sign they're uncomfortable or scared. Try slow blinking. It's a doggy way of saying I'm chill. It helps build trust. A client's border collie refused eye contact after a bad experience with a stranger. With gentle, consistent slow blinking and treats, the dog began trusting again. Obsessed with dogs? So are we. Subscribe now. Next up, the heartbreak. When your dog leaves the room every time you enter. Imagine this. You walk into the living room, and your dog gets up and leaves. Then you try the kitchen, bathroom, bedroom. Every time they vanish. This isn't coincidence. Dogs are social creatures. Even when resting, they like to be near their humans. Leaving every time you appear is a strong sign of discomfort or dislike. Ask yourself, are you unknowingly tense around your dog? Do you scold often or have loud energy? Dogs pick up on your vibes more than you think. Don't panic though. Some dogs just prefer quiet spaces or need time alone. But consistent avoidance means time to rebuild your relationship. Next, we're diving into something that can break your heart: when your dog ignores you. Your dog's name should be their bat signal. Call it, and they come running like a superhero. If your dog ignores you regularly, it's not always just bad training. Sometimes they simply don't feel bonded or safe enough to respond. Science shows dogs with stronger bonds respond quicker and more reliably. Use positive reinforcement with fun games and treats to make yourself the best person in your dog's life. If your dog's selective hearing is driving you crazy, try building trust before perfecting commands. Speaking of communication, growling is our next chapter. Growling is often seen as aggressive, but it's actually communication. It's your dog's way of saying, I'm uncomfortable, back off. Ignoring growling is dangerous. It can escalate to biting or fear aggression. Instead of punishing growls, figure out the cause. Are you invading their space? Are you accidentally scaring them? Veterinarians and trainers advise respecting growling warnings and working with behavior experts if needed. If your dog growls at you, don't take it personally. It's their language to help you avoid conflict. Now, on to body language. Are they floppy or stiff? A happy dog is floppy, loose muscles, relaxed ears, wagging tail. A stiff dog is tense, muscles tight, ears back or forward, tail low or stiff. If your dog stiffens when you approach, it's a big I'm not comfortable. Watch their whole posture. Stiffness paired with avoiding gaze or growling, red flag alert. Reading your dog's body language holistically helps prevent misunderstandings and builds trust. Almost there. Sudden picky eating might also be a clue. Dogs are usually food obsessed, so sudden refusal is unusual. Stress, depression, illness, or negative associations can cause picky eating. If your dog only refuses food when you're around but eats happily after you leave, that's a sign of discomfort with your presence. Always rule out medical causes first with your vet. Emotional well-being matters too. Food is linked to joy and safety for dogs. So, if eating habits change suddenly, check in with your dog emotionally and physically. If your dog avoids eye contact, physical touch, calls, and generally steers clear, it means your bond needs work. But here's the good news. Dogs can change how they feel. It takes patience, kindness, and consistent positive experiences. Use treats, gentle play, soft voices, and respect their boundaries. Build little moments of trust daily. Remember, even the most aloof dog can become your shadow with the right approach. Before you go, here's a secret. Dogs can forgive and forget. That cold shoulder today can be a warm cuddle tomorrow with patience and love. What's one thing you'll try today to rebuild trust with your dog? Drop it in comments. I want to hear. And hey, don't miss my next video, 15 mistakes that make your dog think you don't love him. Full of easy fixes. If this helped, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more dog wisdom. Catch you next time. And hey, give your pup a hug, if they're into it.